Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a tarot oracle reading for the last half of August. And Gemini, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Gemini, we all have a little bit of Gemini in us somewhere. If you do have your birth chart, which house is Gemini in, that will give you further clarity as to your situation and where this energy is most likely to show up for you. This is also general or collective, so take what works for you and just leave the rest. All right, I'm just going to move this up a little bit more. There we go. So the underlying energy for the reading is the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is talking about bringing justice in from the spiritual realm down to the physical. So the Hierophant has his right hand in the form of a blessing, saying that if you are on the right side of spiritual and physical law, this will be a blessing coming in for you. And if you're on the other side, this is you're going to have to deal with the consequences of your actions. Now, the Hierophant is talking about the traditional structures. So if you're a person who follows a religion, you know, have a church, synagogue, etc., this energy would be about the leaders, you know, or the people responsible for making the laws in your religion, in your church, and like the bishop, the pope, the cardinal, rabbis, gurus, whatever energy that is. Bringing that down from the spiritual realm to the physical courts on the planet. And then also, if you are more on a spiritual level where you don't have the intermediary and you pray and meditate and connect with the Most High in that way and the universe in that way, then this is talking about bringing that down from the spiritual realm into the court systems of the planet. And we have the Queen of Wands representing the internal forces. And this bottom part of the reading is the internal forces, your internal forces. That's what you have control of. It's the what ifs. You can tell it's internal because you'll be asking, what if they do that and I have to do this? Or what if I do this and then they do that? What if? The woulda, shoulda, couldas of life. The good news is you do have control over the internal forces. You can't control the external forces so much, but you can control whether you react or you respond to the energy. It's always better to respond to it rather than to react. You may have noticed this in your own travels. So the Queen of Wands is talking about someone who's generally very happy. The sun in her hand, the sunflower in her hand here represents, you know, the sunflower heads. They follow the sun throughout the day and absorb the warmth to grow the sunflower seeds. And this is talking about, you know, her energy being much the same. We have the energy of the sun represents God's energy, and the veil in the background is representing the thin veil between the spiritual and the physical realm. So she also between intuition and logic, and the Queen of Wands is representing the element of fire. The wands are made of wood, and then wood fuels the fire, which is about taking passionate action. And she is always following her happiness because she understands that she needs to use her intuition and her logic to come to creative solutions. She has this little black cat here. A lot of people won't own a black cat because they feel that they cause bad luck, but she isn't concerned about bad luck. She feels like there's a creative solution for anything, and she loves her little black cat and is going to keep it. And then we have, this is the energy that you're in right now, like of how you feel about your self-image, and you know how you're feeling about yourself. And so this is talking about being in rough water. So rough water in tarot is representing, you know, volatile emotions, mixed emotions, and sometimes there's something chaotic happening in your life. The energy is you want to move off to calmer waters. The Gemini energy is the element of air, which is your element, and it's talking about, you know, discipline of the mind and your ability to, put your mental intelligence to discipline your mind. This is talking the swords. That's what they represent, your thoughts. And so this is about sort of being caught in a lot of thoughts here. And we have an adult and a child in the boat here. And this is, they have no baggage. And quite often this energy is talking about healing the inner child energy, whatever happened that's been implanted in your mind. This quite often represents healing for the inner child and the subconscious mind. And this is about, the conveyor represents the energy of the meditation and prayer, to take you to God, to the calmer waters, and to get the advice that you need to be able to move out of the rough water and into a calm mind. And the conveyor has to dig very deep with this pole. It's a long pole, and he has to shove off like in the mud and push forward to get you out of there. So that's talking about your energy at this time. So you might be having, it looks like there's a bit of this energy here. There's a desire for justice and wanting to be happy again. I feel like you just want to be back into your normal, happy self, and something has happened. So this sometimes can represent a dark night of the soul, and I feel now this is kind of what's happened. This bottom part is talking about your how it's affected you, basically. So this is talking about the 8 of Wands is talking about 8 actions that have been taken. This is kind of Sagittarius energy, the element of fire again, about taking passionate action. This is tung, 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 like that, and this, the centaur, he sends his arrows up into the sky to hit their target. I feel that, and on some level though, that this is talking about you feeling as if you have been a target, and it's really affected your abundance, because this is the abundance. So I feel this is talking about actions that you feel have been taken against you, or been sent towards you, that have really disturbed your peace of mind, and wanting your abundance back. We have, and that could be abundance of health, abundance of wealth, and we have pentacle energy here. We have this energy of the celebration. But when this card is coming up in this energy, I feel like the celebration, these 3 people are celebrating, but they are not looking at each other. There's no intimacy here. So they're not really celebrating each other. They're celebrating that something has happened. And I feel like the energy feels like some people are celebrating the fact that you're in this energy and that their actions worked. But they're celebrating way too soon because this energy it's not going to stick. This is this sometimes can represent gossip and slander and like damaging someone's reputation, their confidence with words, etc. The cups represent love, and quite often that's romantic love, but it doesn't have to be. It can also be anyone that you love. This could be family, friends, and it can also be something you love to do or be. But if it is romantic love, quite often this represents third-party energy. In many cultures, particularly in Europe, if you toast in this manner, a lot of people will freak out on you. They're like, when you toast someone, you look them in the eye. Because if you don't, they have a very deep superstition there that if you don't look someone in the eye when you're toasting them, it causes 7 years bad luck in your love life. And they take it pretty seriously. And it's not just your love life, it's their love life that's on the line. So when this energy comes out like this, it doesn't make sense. If this is love, if this is romantic love, what's that third cup doing here? And if it's just having the respect for someone and love, look them in the eye. I feel like that people can't look you in the eye. Because if they, I feel that that this energy has been avoiding you. When people are avoiding you, it's usually for a reason. you know, and I feel like I don't feel they could look you in the eye if they did bump into you. So this energy is talking about, you know, how you're feeling right now, your abundance being affected by the actions I feel that were directed towards you by others. And this energy can be gossip, slander, etc. And this is actually in your childhood communication. And that's the part that's, I feel, is very challenging. I feel like these are people that are people that matter to you. Like, it's not like just strangers doing this. And so this definitely could go back to like way back into childhood of just feeling like you didn't fit in with your family, or that type of energy, you know, like just feeling like, whoa, I don't fit in anywhere. You might have been bullied at school. You know, it's talking about early communication in life. And that is, I feel that's the energy that you are in the process of healing from, and that you will get justice for. And we have this energy of the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles is saying you have a strong foundation for making money. The Pentacle energy is about health, wealth, and happiness in the 3D. And it's shaped like coins because, you know, money, of course, matters. You need to have money to be able to have the physical, you know, matter on Earth. And this is representing the element of Earth. So it's about earthly matters. And this is, this particular card is about the 3 levels of making money. And, you know, there's 10 pentacles, so this isn't a whole lot, but it's saying that you have a strong foundation here. You understand money. It's just something's gone, you know, it's gone south. And this is saying that you have enough to pay your bills, maybe to maintain yourself, but just enough, and not enough to go to your heart's desires or your crowning glory. Your crowning glory is when you're following your North Node, your North Star energy, and you're full on into, you know, living life the way you really want to live it. Because remember, this is more than just money, this is lifestyle. This card can be saying that, you know, this person has their back to the city. And this could be the city where you came from. This may mean that you are, that you've left where you were brought up, or you are leaving people from your life that you were brought up with, or that have been in your inner circle. You're moving out of that energy and you want to move forward in a new energy. This is talking that you may have missed out on opportunities from playing small in the past, or you know, other people selling you short, you selling yourself short, not taking the, you know, calculated risks to get into the next level. And this is saying that you have to leave your comfort zone sometimes to be able to move to the next level up. And this energy is also saying that other people could be coveting your heart's desires, your pentacles for their own heart's desires, with this energy around the cards here. We do have the Tower. I feel that this Tower is hitting this energy more, and I'll explain that in a minute why, or when it comes up in the reading more, because I feel it will. And this is talking about, you know, when the Tower hits, it's saying that you know, you need to listen to your intuition. First, the universe will whisper to us, hey, you need to take a look at that. But if we don't hear, then the frying pan treatment comes out and you get a whack. And it's like, dang, that hurt. You know, universe, why'd you do that? And the universe is trying to tell you, you need to pay attention to something, because if you don't, it's going to hurt you a lot more than this. And you still don't get it, or not, you know, nothing changes. So the 2x4 comes out, and when that doesn't work, then the lightning hits your Tower. So the lightning hitting the Tower is saying it's a reality check that you need to look at, and now you're forced to, because you know, your castle's on fire. There's people falling out of it, and this whole thing needs to be rebuilt. And that energy, though, one of the people is really shocked, and the other one is like, oh man, I know I should have taken care of this. Dang, like now it's really bad. The shift has hit the fan, bottom line. And the thing is about the tower, when it hits, it's always like Murphy's Law, you know, when you least expect it. And it's not fun for anyone. But again, if you're on the right side of the law, eventually you'll look back and you'll say, whoa, am I ever lucky that tower hit? Because I needed that reality check, or things would have been a lot worse. And if you're not, you're going to have to deal with the consequences of your actions now. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is the slowest of all the 4 knights in the deck. Like, he is literally at a standstill here. And so this can be talking about an energy of waiting and waiting and waiting for some communication or some information to come in, so that you can make lifestyle moves, you know, in areas of your life that really matter. And it's kind of like a frustrated energy in many ways. This is in your daily routine and habits, and it can be talking about, you know, also your health, like wanting to, like, the waiting is wearing on you, and it's causing you anxiety here. So the Knight of Pentacles is at a standstill, and he is slow. But the good news is that when the information that he brings in comes in, this is usually a very solid offer, and he has done his homework. So this is saying that if you're making a big life change here, after a tower, you want to make sure you do your research. You want to make sure that you look up, you know, and you consult with financial advisors or whatever you need to do, people that understand how to build finances, and lawyers if that need be. Sometimes this can represent the energy of a divorce, especially if there's a third-party energy here. And sometimes this card can represent conception, like of a baby. And if that was with a third-party energy, it could be that type of energy as well. And remember, it also could be partnerships in business, or, you know, something that you love. Like if you know, a lot of people will say, oh, my business is my baby, that type of thing. But there is some information communication coming in. You're going to have to be patient sometimes for that to come in. And it's also saying you need to be in this energy right now, where you're, if you're making any financial moves, make sure you don't do things impulsively. Or if people are trying to pressure you into doing something, don't. Get the advice you need before doing so. Have someone look over contracts, agreements, you know, anything that has the potential to have a dramatic effect like this on your lifestyle. Okay, and then from the underlying energy for the external forces, we have the Ten of Wands. This card has come up in, you're just the third reading I'm doing right now, but this is the third time this card has come up. So it's a theme, I feel, of the time. And I'll explain to you what I feel that this energy is about. The Ten of, well, first of all, I'll tell you what it's about, and then I'll explain to you what because it's come up in all 3 readings now. I feel that this, you know, this is about when, you know, there's actions taken by you, and also the actions taken by people in your inner circle that affect you. This is talking about the seeds planted, growing into these wands, and then eventually you harvest, and this is your harvest. The thing is, you can see this person's very tired, and they're having a hard time getting this home, and they're all alone. So they're like, it's kind of like, wow, like, this is saying, do not quit now. You are so close to your goal, you don't even know how close you are. There's a saying, you can't see the forest for the trees. And what that means is that you're so up close and personal that you know, you're so enmeshed in the details, you can't see the big picture anymore. And this is talking about being able to, like, put these down for a minute so you can see the big picture and take a look around you. And if he did that, he would notice, hey, I'm like 10 minutes from home. And he feels like he's 10 days away, you know? And a lot of people, they'll quit right before they're about to be successful, because right before you're about to get there, it's like you can feel like that energy coming in, and you're like, I don't know if I can make it, because you don't want to be disappointed and find out, oh, it's even further away. So you kind of play with your mind a little bit, saying, hey, I'm way further from my goal than I think I am. And this is saying that if you have any burdens that you're carrying from other people, you need to put them down, like right in the field, right there. Even if you're only 10 minutes from home, you don't want to take this in as part of your harvest. Not with the Hierophant here and this Tower energy. If you're holding these burdens, when the Justice comes in, you're going to get hit with the karma along and the judgment along with instead of the people that should. So you need to lay down the burdens and just say, I'm not carrying this anymore. And then also this is saying you need to take a look at what's going on here. Is there any way that you could take the pressure off yourself a little? Okay, first of all, lay down the burdens that don't belong to you, but maybe you could hire someone to help you bring this home, or text someone and say, could you come by with your truck? I'm so close, but I'm really, really tired. Or take 2 trips, like, as you can see them from where you're at, that your house is right here. So this is talking about that energy of, really doing your best to look after yourself at this time. And I feel that this energy is coming up because of the energy of, for one thing, Chiron is now went retrograde on August 3rd. And that's kind of the wounded warrior energy. It's when a person feels like, like, I don't know if I can keep going. Really determined to stay on your path, really wanting to be the best version you can be of yourself, but just feeling, I'm just exhausted. I don't know if I can keep going. And this energy right now, on August 12th, we had a full solar eclipse on the new moon. And that was on August 12th, and that was in the sign of Leo. And quite often that's about our individualism and how much we care about other people. And that definitely can be some sort of romantic energy as well, like someone we're passionate about. And there's this third party energy, I feel, or some sort of energy here, because sometimes this does represent like separation, divorce, boom, like done. And this energy, we are having another eclipse on the 28th of August. So it's going to be, today's the 16th as I'm doing this reading, so that's not that far away, but we're kind of in between, we're in between in that eclipse season. And it's kind of like a real heavy energy. When the eclipse happens, like on the 12th, when that eclipse happened, it was a solar eclipse. And so the sun disappears, the light disappears from the world for a little while. And it can be like it comes back, but it's really heavy energy. And then we're feeling this energy coming in of this lunar eclipse as well. So it's really, it can be really emotional and draining in many ways. A lot of people feel it that way. But it's also the best time to get this harvest home and sit and sort through it and see what you have here and what you have to work with. With any luck, it's not so much luck, but the work. I feel like there's only 2 real burdens that are weighing you down here that aren't yours, because we have 8 wands coming in your abundance. So these could be heavy with the fruit of your labor, but you've got to get them to the home to be able to harvest them. So that's what that energy, it's important that you look after yourself and find a way to do things easier for yourself right now, so that you can take a breath and just chill out a little bit and recognize, like, this is a great time for planning for this energy coming up on the 28th. Is going to be the start of another cycle that probably is going to be lingering around for the next 6 months. And we have, look at this, we have a lover coming in. So the lover card is talking about the divine, represented by the sun here. After this tower, perhaps there is a divorce, because when you're healed or ready, there's going to be a divine partner sent to you. And this is, talking about 2 lovers that are powerful together, that are, that are meant to be with each other and to empower each other. This could be someone that you've never met, and it could be someone that The energy is talking about, you know, it's someone that might be very different from your normal type that you would date. And that's okay, because that didn't work out. So this is saying also take time to get to know this person before jumping into anything, so you can make sure that this is what you want. And don't get involved in a serious relationship until you're ready. If it's meant to be, it will be. And in your, you know, but this is talking about God's timing. So for some of you, this tower could have hit a long time ago and you're still cleaning up, or it's just about to, or, you know, you're in it right now. So just, you know, use your intuition about that. But this is sitting right in the house where of your commitments, partnerships, and sometimes marriage. And this energy here is talking about your creativity, your romance, and your children. So this energy can be talking about also that you want to conceive a child, or you want to, like, whether you're the female or the male, and you're looking for that energy now. And maybe that's something that you're wanting to expand your family now that you have, like, if you bring this harvest in and you have the pentacles to do it, I feel like that could be an energy that you're in as well. And we have the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is kind of a walking contradiction. This I call this the shift disturber, because we don't quite know what this person is up to. This is in a position of transition. So this is talking about, sometimes it can be talking about innovative energy, but it also, with this energy here with the tower and everything else happening, it can be talking, because we have this as the external forces coming towards you. So this can be talking about an energy of someone who we don't quite know what he's up to here, because he has two swords planted here, which could represent a past relationship. And he's sneaking away with these five. Now this could be, the swords in tarot represent, you know, as I said, like your thoughts. So this could be intellectual material, patents, that kind of energy. This can also represent white collar crime, because he's sitting here, or he's sneaking away with these five swords, and he's got this bright red cap and bright red boots on. So if he's a thief, he's not a thief in the night. If he is a thief, it would be someone that would maybe be a paper pusher, you know, someone that is involved in forgery or identity theft or some sort of energy like that. There's all sorts of scams out there right now, so it can be that. And this card can also sometimes represent the 7-year itch. And, you know, that's when after 7 years, like, there's a statistically, I looked this up and I was like really surprised, but statistically, there's an energy where a lot of people around the 7th and 8th year is when marriages break up. The most common is in the first year, if you can imagine that. And then the 7th year is, and between the 7th and 8th, it's not uncommon for marriages to end in divorce during that time frame. And not only that, but it's also quite common for people to want to sell their home, or some real estate, or a business after 7 or 8 years. I feel like in big part this is because it's like the 7 kind of represents the end of a spiritual cycle. So it's like maybe having growth and then wanting to move forward more on your destined path. In any case, there's some energy that was sneaky from the past. I feel this is the past because this is someone new coming in. This isn't someone you've been with before. I feel that this energy is representing this energy here, all of this, and this, the burden. And it was about laying down. I got that feeling of laying down 2 wands, and these 2 wands could be your partner and the third party energy, and just letting go of it so that you can heal and move forward and accept this new love coming into your life. I feel that feels like what's kind of going on here for some anyway. This is talking about a major transition. And here we have, look at this, we have this couple that, you know, that God has handpicked this partner for you. And we have this energy of the sneaky energy being the in transition. And we have the energy of the courage. So I feel like this is saying that it takes courage to love again if you've been in an energy like this. And this energy of the Strength card is talking about this young woman is reaching into this lion's mouth to face her fears. She wants to reach her infinite potential. And so she's facing the fears, and quite often that can be from the childhood, from your childhood. And once she faces those fears and she realizes it's about also how is she talking to herself? Like, are you your best friend or your worst enemy with the way you speak to yourself about yourself? And so this is talking about clearing up maybe some subconscious, in your subconscious mind, there could be some energy there, thoughts that coming from that time. And you know, our subconscious mind is heavily imprinted on us from childhood by the time we're 6 or 7. And it can have a huge effect on who we choose, our worthiness when it comes to love, and you know, our intimate circle, like our inner circle, how we, you know, the people that we choose to have in that circle, because of leftover energy from when we were a child. And that, you know, that's the energy that I feel that you have cleaned that up. And it's saying that you had the courage to look at whatever situation is going on, and it is now coming, you know, this courage and the strength to face that, because this is about a position of your higher knowledge, of knowing, you know, knowing who you are, I feel, more than anything, who you really are. And then we have some regret and remorse here. Now this is talking about, you know, external force energy coming towards you. So I feel, again, this is letting go of the regret and the remorse from this previous relationship so you can accept this one. This is talking, the 5 of Cups is talking about regret and remorse. I feel like this could be yours, your partner's, and maybe the third parties as well, or one of the above. But this is, if you've ever heard the saying, don't cry over spilt milk, that's talking about this. Because once the liquid is in the ground, you are not going to be able to recover it. So you have to take this as a loss, that you can't, you know, it's not something you can take back or get back. And so we have, in this case, 2 cups of wine that are spilt on the ground. And then we have a 3rd cup with a different liquid in it, which quite often in romantic love can be talking about this third party energy. And this is also talking about, you know, there's 2 cups standing here. Now, this doesn't have to be romantic for everybody, but this could represent, you know, a partner in business, or someone that you really trusted that was working with other people that were your competition. Or it can represent this energy, like of something being snuck away from your pentacle energy here, you know, by people that you thought were on your side. And so the best thing that you can do in this energy is turn around and notice that these 2 cups are still standing, and that you pick them up and appreciate them, and walk down that path, cross the bridge over troubled water, and go to your castle so that you can, you know, very similar to this energy here, so that you can recuperate. And this is saying you need to have a good attitude, a strong attitude to get through this. Is in the background here, we can see like the castle looks like it's half dilapidated and half standing. So this can be saying that you're going to need to have a good attitude to be able to overcome this. Is the glass half full or is the glass half empty? And it's the choices you make are, this is talking about your public image, your career, your how you present yourself to attract this better energy for you. And this also this could be a real boost for your career. A lot of times if we go through a breakup and we're in this kind of energy, what happens is all the energy that we were pouring into people that were not reciprocating, when we start applying that energy to our career or to our own lifestyle and our health, and we have huge improvements in our lifestyle alone just because of that. And then we have gain, and this card is coming up quite a bit again, and I feel like it's that Chiron energy. This is a great time. Like Chiron went retrograde on August 3rd, and it will be in that energy until like the beginning of January 2027. This is a good time to, look at your habits and your lifestyle, and what can you do to feel better about yourself. And this is about looking after yourself, putting your mind to rest, taking the time to look after yourself, putting yourself first, healing your heart so that you can accept all the beautiful energy that's coming your way, and get back to your happy self here. And this energy is, laying your mind to rest. It's talking about wanting peace of mind. And it's also talking about going to your heart, hanging your subconscious, unconscious, and conscious mind on the wall. Tung, tung, tung. Don't need you. I don't want to be thinking right now. I want to feel with my heart. I want to commune with the divine. I want to have peace of mind. And on this stained glass window is the word Pax, P-A-X, peace of mind. And that's what you're looking for. And this is in blessings. And I feel that being in this energy of really, saying, yes, all of these external forces happened, but what was I doing to attract this energy to me? Is there anything that I can do differently that would improve my lifestyle that I can do right now? And one of those is putting your mind to rest and looking at what's going on, so that you can, so no one can steal your happiness away like this. And then we have the King of Pentacles. So this is talking about, the King of Pentacles energy is someone who's very good at money. And I feel this is talking about this energy coming in. I feel like when you get to this place, this external force is going to come in. And this is going to be part of the justice from the... the Hierophant is also, traditional structures, is someone that, has a license to marry people. So the King of Pentacles is usually someone stable. He has grapes all over his robe, and this is representing an energy of being able to provide, grapes in tarot are luxury, and something that's difficult to grow. But the King of Pentacles is good at growing difficult things financially and providing a really good lifestyle. And I feel that's the energy that you're moving into. Someone you can count on, someone stable, someone that you're not wondering, what are they doing on their lunch hour, And this is part of the justice, but I feel there's going to be justice around this as well, because it's following the Tower. That you're not supposed to be in this energy. You're supposed to be more in this energy. And so this is talking, it doesn't have to be a romantic partner that comes in. This quite often can be talking about, of course, people that are good at finances, people that, are working in that industry. So like, if it's a banker energy, if it's someone that works in the bank, it would be someone that's a manager or higher probably. If it could be accountants, financial advisors, wealth management, retirement planning, life insurance salespeople, that type of energy. And it would most likely be someone who is a partner in a well-established firm. Could be even someone that is successful in business, an entrepreneur that has their own, that is very successful, or someone that is the head financial officer of a large corporation. This also represents real estate, land, investments in land. If it is real estate agents, it would be someone who is dealing with higher end property, mortgage brokers, stock brokers, something, like gold, silver, diamonds, gas, oil, stocks, stock market energy, and investments and stuff. So this is talking that you might be getting some good news about, maybe an inheritance that you didn't know you had, or you have, you know, an investment that paid out way, way better than you thought it would. Or even like the chances of getting your home getting hit by lightning are really, really slim, about the same as winning the lottery. So it could even represent that type of energy. So in any case, this is saying that these your peace of mind is going to bring these blessings in. I really do feel that this is connected to this energy, and it's talking about that having that stability in your love life. And also it could be, this could be also something coming in from your work though, and then all this other energy starts coming in once you put the burdens down that don't belong to you. It's really important that you do that and look after yourself. Oh, ouch. All right, I'm going to clarify with my oracle cards. If you're leaving the reading here, thank you for your time and energy. I really appreciate your likes, comments, and subscribes. They're helping me build my channel. And I'm going to clarify now with this oracle, and it's Tales from the Vector, courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. The underlying energy we will get from the bottom here. Okay, and I'm going to just let you know here, the numbers on these cards represent, whoa, look at all the tactics. They represent the numbers of the paintings as they're listed on my website, talesfromthevector.com. And it's talking about, I will put them in the order they appear here so that you can take a look if you want. I'm just a little distracted here because I'm like, whoa, look at this energy coming in. Wow. So we do have the Emperor here, and the Emperor is talking about performance. So someone definitely is coming in to deal with this energy. This is an authority figure, high-level performance, someone who'll get the job done. And we have foolhardy energy here. So this is, I feel, once you get back to your happy self, when in my oracle, when the fool goes on his journey, he either goes on a foolhardy journey or a foolish journey. And it's saying that you can anticipate a strong future because you've stayed on the straight and narrow. You've done your best to be a good person, staying on your path. And that's why God wants to reward you now in combination with the universe. It's talking about shift in energy. And I feel like it's, you know, like as I said, the eclipse season can last about half and half. Now, I just want to explain to you, with Gemini energy, Uranus moved into your sign about 2.5 months ago now. And the thing is that Uranus is a very big planet, and, you know, like has a big pull, it has a strong pull. And Uranus energy, we haven't had Uranus in Gemini since 1941 to 1949, and it's sitting in your sign now. It's been a long time. And bottom line is that Uranus in Gemini wants the truth to come out. And because the Gemini mind is so quick-witted, I mean, a lot of people might accuse you of, you know, being like twins. You know, your mind is very sharp. You can change, oh, you change your mind, you're like two people. But the fact is, it's because you can adapt to change very quickly. And it's a very quick, witted energy. And that Uranus is also, Uranus rules over Aquarius. And so it's a very intellectual, very similar energy to Gemini in some ways. And so this is really probably affecting your energy quite a bit. And it's going to be in your sign for the next 7.5 to 8 years. So there's a lot, if you watch the news at all, or if you like to watch podcasts on YouTube, etc., you may be noticing that the truth is coming out in really weird ways, weird truths in weird ways, and situations that everybody thought, oh, there'll never be justice for that. Been waiting forever for justice to come in. It's coming in now, and we're in a season of justice, and we've got another 7.5 to 8 years to go. We've only been 2.5 months in, and if you check out the news, you'll notice that this is what's happening. But because this is happening in your sign, I feel like you could really be feeling this energy right now. And so the dissension is with friends like this, who needs enemies? Swimming with sharks. So this is talking about an energy of feeling like you were let down, definitely by some people that may be involved in something, or, you know, not all of them, whatever, you know, take it for what it is. But this is a tactic that dissension is when people divide and conquer. Like, so they get in, they insert themselves into a group of people, and then what they do is they cause, you know, gossip and slander, and cause people to start arguing with each other, and before you know it, there's dissension. And then we have degradation of energy, and the point is to degrade your energy, to wear you down, because there's something very special coming in for you. Otherwise, they wouldn't be going to all this work to do it. Dissemination of information. So there's an elephant in the room, and nobody wants to address it. And you may have been in this energy. You knew the elephant was there, but it's an energy of not wanting to believe that people in your inner circle could possibly cause dissension or want to degrade your energy. And of course, this is going back to when you're a child. You might have felt this way for a very long time, and now you're having to deal with that energy. And we have the devil here. So the devil is talking about temptation. In my oracle, it's a beautiful dragonfly, you know, on a pink background adorned in crystals, because the devil's not going to tempt you with something ugly. The devil's going to tempt you with something shiny. Hey, you're in this energy. You could be her instead. Like, all you have to do, it's that type of energy. And so this is talking about, you know, something shiny. Hey, why are you with that person? You could be with this person. They have way more going for them, and they're way more shiny. So it's that type of energy. So when the devil energy comes in, it's temptation, and you're not going to get the truth from the devil. It's very manipulative energy. So I always cover it with the next card up. I want to know what minion does the devil send to do the dirty work, because the devil doesn't do his own dirty work. And what does God cover it? What's happening here? We have the Chariot. So the power of spin. So this energy definitely is talking about you being on your destined path, and you've hopped on the Chariot now. And this is saying that when you get on the Chariot, it's like, you know, there's no reins on it. There's two sphinxes pulling it through, and it's like a tank, tung, 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 just driving over obstacles to get you where you're going. You're on God's plan, and there's no stopping you. This is, they're not fighting you here anymore. They're fighting God. And so God's going to win. And this energy is saying also in my oracle, it's the power of spin, when you're very balanced in your masculine and feminine energy, and you're ready to, you know, you're ready for it, you know. And I feel that's, you've been doing a lot of this inner work, and you're ready. And then look at, we have the sun on the tower. So this is basically saying that this tower was caused by the Most High, so that the truth would be exposed, and you would be on your destined path, and these people would be dealing with the devil. The devil wants payment. And so the Sagittarius energy, it's kind of interesting that it's here, because it's talking in the constellation of Sagittarius. There's a black hole that a lot of people feel is the heart of the Milky Way. And so this is not just God's divine judgment. This is God and the universe collaborating to bring this expansion into your life, that you deserve it. When the Sun card comes in, it's the happiest card in the deck, and it's saying you deserve this, and you're going to have a happy outcome. And it's also talking about the truth coming out, shining light on the whole situation. If there's anything hidden, it's going to come out. So the underlying energy for the, look at, we have the Hierophant on the Hierophant here. Again, it's saying as soon as you put these burdens down, justice is going to start coming down through into the from the spiritual into the physical. Wow. And also that someone's coming towards you that would definitely be looking for someone like you to fulfill their to spoil. I'm kidding. And we have the moon energy. So here we go. So this is talking about this energy of the moon that, this eclipse season that we're in. I feel like when you're ready for this, it will come in, and you might be more ready than not. But remember what I said, the eclipse season can be percolating on the back burner for, like 6 months. But this is saying, get ready, get prepared. There's some real good shift coming your way. And then we have the Taurus energy. Yes, it's saying that you're not a baby anymore. You're not a toddler about love. You know now what you want and what you don't want in love. And you've learned the discernment of how much how much time and money and energy you're willing to invest in a love relationship, in a person, in a relationship of any kind. If it's business, family, whatever, friends, whatever it is, you want it to be a fair exchange of energy, and you're not going to accept less. This is a major transition for you from working on this energy here. Congratulations on that. And I just want to point out, when these horoscope signs come in, I'm not talking about individual people. I'm talking about the qualities of the sign. And because if you ever get your birth chart done, you have all of them in you somewhere, and they can really teach you a lot about yourself, and also how to get along, better with others, understand others' point of view. And we have justice coming in because of all this hard work that you've done. Wow. This is being pretty clear. And then there definitely was abuse of power here. That energy right there. And then we have Virgo energy. So this is about strong communication and being able to take a look at yourself and do analytical critique on yourself here, rather than beating yourself up. Again, it's saying, this here, it's talking about sometimes the harsh judgment we place on ourselves, the words we say to ourselves that we would never say to anyone else. It's saying analytical critique is good. Anal criticism is not going to benefit you. And then we have denial, another tactic. So this is what I don't know won't hurt me. And I feel like you really didn't want to see that about what was going on. But it's time for you to see it so that you can move forward. Because what I don't know won't hurt me. You don't want to be the queen of denial unless you own the Nile River. So this is talking about, not denying what's going on, and also not denying yourself because of other people that you're carrying the burdens for. I would say this is saying, get prepared. There's some amazing energy coming in. A big part of that preparation is letting go of burdens that no longer serve you. And I feel like this time right now, where the energy is feeling kind of slow and heavy because of this eclipse energy, it's a great time to do that. A lot of people are feeling it, so they won't even notice if you look a little sluggish. All right, I do hope that you've enjoyed this, Gemini. I really enjoyed this reading for you. I feel like you have so much good coming your way, and you deserve it. So thank you for your likes, your comments, and your subscribes. I really appreciate them. They're helping me build my channel. Bye for now.